Hello, my convicts and convicts, yes, it is I, the convict, yes, bringing you guys and gals another video. My convicts and convicts, salute you, thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much to everybody who's subscribing. We're now over 2,020 or 30 odd subscribers. I appreciate it, thank you very much. But yeah, it's been really, really cool. Excuse the laptop over there, I don't know how I broke that, but I'm gonna have to fix that one day, which is why you see the monitor at the back there, which is replaced the actual thing itself. But yeah, today what I want to do is talk about an aerial. So as we all know, we went into using a 4G TP-Link modem router, as you can see right here. And as you can see, there's something a bit weird at the top. It's white. It has a white aerial. Now, they're not the true aerials. The true actual aerials for the TP-Link are these bunny ears, as they call them. And they just basically bend over, as you can see there, and they screw onto the bottom using these little connectors, which are called SMA. SMA, these are the male versions, SMA males, which just means that they have like a little pin inside. You might be able to just see it, but the camera's not focusing enough to pick that up. So before the end of the week from last week, we were going to do a quick vlog regarding my new antennas and stuff like that, but I decided to delay it because I did actually take the plunge and go that little bit deeper into the rabbit hole. So these are the ones that I previously got over before the weekend, and I actually received them. I play tested with these just a little bit, and then I decided against obviously using these. Now these are indoor aerials, as you can see, antennas, but I think these are called omnidirectional antennas. I'm not 100% sure if that's true. They are magnetic, so they do stick together, as you can see. They can stick to metal surfaces, which is really cool. But I've been trying these a little bit, and I just didn't think these were good enough. These just didn't seem to have what it took to get a great signal and to do what I wanted it to do. So I decided to obviously take the plunge and actually go that little bit deeper. Now, I did make a little bit of a mistake, so don't make this mistake yourself. If you have something that looks like, where is it? Like one of these on the router. Now this is the male version, but if you've got one that's kind of looks like this gold thing, but it's got like a hole in the middle and you screw onto it, then you need to have these SMAs. It needs to be an SMA male to female. Now on the router it's a female, so it needs obviously an SMA male to connect to. Now I made the big mistake and I actually first bought it, which didn't have this connector here, but it was one of these. And these don't actually attach to that router because obviously it needs to have this connector, not one of these. So I had to go buy a conversion, which is this little thing here, and then you just connect this in here and then just push it on like so. Give it a bit of a screw on, make sure it's nice and tight, and there you go, and then you can convert it. Now it doesn't make much difference if you have this on there, as far as I'm aware. Obviously being quite new to mobile and everything, so mistakes will happen from time to time because I'm a dunderhead and I didn't think about it. So you need to have one of these, an SMA male, which will then screw over the top on the router there, and then obviously provide you with a signal. And then just move these bad boys around the house and hope to get a good signal. Now, obviously these being indoor antennas and possibly being omnidirectional. Now, let's explain a little bit. So omnidirectional, that I've found out, needs to be facing directly to where the mast is, here where you live. And you need to have a direct line of sight of the mast. Now, I don't have direct line of sight of the mast because the mast is somewhere over that direction from when I've done a quick test on there. Now, I went onto a site called Cell Mapper, and Cell Mapper, basically people can map where the big antenna is, where you can obviously see it. You can see the cell mast and they log where it is. I went on there to find it and it is literally that kind of direction. There is another one that is over this way somewhere, but it's over there is where the actual mast is, from what I could read on there, which is not too far from the motorway. It's quite close to the motorway here because we live close-ish to a motorway where you can go on and off. With it just being like a small, I wouldn't say it's like it's more like a village that we live in. Anyway, so yeah, so I got that and it was like, no, it just doesn't seem to fit very well. I'm not happy with it. I don't think it's quite what I wanted. I thought we'd give it a bash, you know. Again, being someone who's never used this, and obviously these seem to be doing a pretty good job, but I was having to stick them in this ornament here, in this thing. I was having to stick it in the top, like flat up here, in order to get the signal inside the house, because if I moved it around the other area, it just wasn't picking up a good signal. Now, one thing I've noticed is when I obviously was doing this and got the mobile router and everything, we checked with the provider, which I'm with Vodafone at the moment, because I actually got a contract phone with them, and I've had that for quite a while now, but I pay about £40, 40 something or £50 a month for the service, and what I get is unlimited downloads, I get unlimited data, I get unlimited minutes and unlimited text. So, and I'm thinking about 500 for cross if I was to go like data roaming sort of thing, which I don't use at all anyway. There's also a separate package for Vodafone where you can go for the gaming side, which obviously is what I went for when I got that device. And you can have it so you can play online games, and it gives you a prioritization sort of thing. And you pick the higher tier. The higher tier you go, obviously the more benefit you get from it. So I picked the highest tier that they had to obviously ensure that I had great gaming. And I always thought to myself through the past, maybe I should try mobile. But obviously we tried the other thing with BT, that failed. And then obviously we come to the point of realization of, well, what else do I have to lose apart from try it? If it doesn't work, it's tough. We're stuck. There's no we can do about it, you know? No you can do about it at all. So, I bought it. Obviously, we've had it a while, and people are being impressed that it has been improving in streams and stuff and things like that, so that's pretty cool. So, I went and bought a new aerial. So as you can see, we've got the white wires there, and we'll go have a look at the antenna in a moment. Basically, what I want to do is to try out and see how this would do. Now, the other aerial we've just got is called a cross polarized. Excuse me. Oh my god. I'd had some chocolate with hazelnut chocolate before. Bad idea. Anyway, so we got a cross polarized antenna this time. And what the difference is, a directional antenna needs to be facing to the mast. A cross polarized picks the signal all the way up from it, and it has two antennas built into the top, and it picks up signal all the way around it. So it doesn't just go in one direction, it picks up signal from all around itself, and that's how it works. And I thought, well, okay, we'll give it a bash and see how we go with this one. It is more expensive, and it is one that can be put outdoors as well. It's an outdoor one. It's got a 5-meter cable. From what I've read, 5-meter cable needs to be the max you need to have if you want the best signal, because you're going to have what's known as drop off. For every meter that you have a cable, you're going to have some form of drop off. So you're never going to get like a full signal, because obviously you would need to keep the aerial as short as possible and the modem as close as possible, and then just run long Ethernet cables from that modem. So you probably need to put your mobile router in the loft, have the antenna sticking out of the ceiling, out of the roof somewhere, and then obviously feed it through into the router, and then have long Ethernet cables, which again, you can have pretty long cables as long as it's wired. But then it means a lot of wiring going around your house and so on and so forth, and it can be kind of annoying. Obviously, if you've got time to do that, then that's fine. But for me, I obviously don't want to be messing about trying to do that in the first place. We might do it eventually if need be, but for now, I just think it's better as it is, and we'll see how we go on as such. So I did a quick speed test. I'll just quickly show you. Move these aerials out of the way now. So I did a quick speed test here. And as you can see, we've got 9 download and 14.3 upload. I'm hoping you can see that because I literally can't see that because I've got it on the front-facing camera and not on the other camera, the outer-facing camera. So I can't see what you see. But yeah, so we've got 9 download, 14.3 upload. Now the download side of it, I'm not too fussed about. We could probably run another test now and see how it gets on. The download side of it, I'm not too bothered about. The upload, I am bothered about because that's what always been my main offender. And games take kilobits per second to run. But obviously, if I'm going to upload a stream, I need the connection to be as high as possible for upload speeds. It's just logged me out. I was going to say that's right. Let's do another quick speed test while we're here. Right, I'll leave that to run. So we're going to go have a look now and we'll talk about it. So like I said, omnidirectional, you have to be facing the mast. Polarized can be put anywhere because it picks up signal all the way around it. So let's go have a look. And we've put the Christmas tree up. Kate doesn't like tinsel, so we never put tinsel on it. She likes it to be minimalistic at best. So let's go have a look. So as you can see, it's a very, very cold day today. But as you can see, here we are. So this is it. This is a polarized antenna, and this is the cable, the 5-meter cable that comes with it. That is connected to the router right now. I'm still trying to figure out where to put this. Obviously it needs to be probably higher, maybe higher up to the upper window here. But for now, we're getting a pretty decent signal. As you can see, I've got the window open here just to feed it through the window. And this is a polarized one. So this obviously costs a bit more, but they are better quality. And I thought we'd try it out and see how we go with this one and see if it's any better than what we've got. So that's the plan today, is to try it out and see how we do with this new antenna and see if it's possible to get a good connection with it. I think we should do pretty well with it, to be honest. I've been playtesting it a little bit. It's just trying to find the right signal in the area, which takes a lot of testing because never go by the signal on the box, even though it's 1 or 2 bars. At the moment, it's 2 bars. At the moment, I never go by the signal on the box. Always put in an area and then test it. Now you can link your mobile phone to your network and then run tests for your mobile phone. Obviously, Wi-Fi has a specific limit on it, and you need to be close to the actual router when you're doing the tests for each test. So obviously, you get the best signal possible. Obviously, if you can do it through PC, then do it through PC. As you can see, my poor laptop here got broken. All I basically did is my lid was down like this. I went, put my hand up like this, grabbed it, lifted it up, and it broke my screen. I don't know how I did it. I was a bit cross at the time, but I didn't actively go or anything like that. I just went. All I did, I just went like this. Went, oh, for God's sake! Just grabbed it, flicked it up, and I broke the screen. And that happened. So I don't know. Now I can replace it. It only costs £30 to get a new replacement part for that. So I will probably do a video of me fixing my laptop eventually. But there we go. But I have got that, obviously, the other screen up top there, which I used to reach at. So when you see me and I'm going like that, it's because I'm very old. My eyes are very old, and I'm having to sort of lean to obviously see what's up there. Anyway, so we're going to do some play testing. Let me just sign back in. And there you go. So this is the speed test I've just ran just now. And as you can see, I'm getting 11.8 and 14.9. And 1 minute ago, I was getting 11.8. You can go to the history here and click on this, and it gives you the history of different speeds. So the top two of what I've just done this morning, 9 and 14, 11 and 14. So as you can see, the speed is not too bad. I was getting 12 and 3, 7.8, 19.9, 13.9. That was a good day, that one. 17.7, 17 and 7.7. If I go right down to the bottom, these were more to do with the indoor aerial. So as you can see, I was getting some decent speed sometimes here. 10.6, 10.2, 11, 7, 12, 4, 4, 10. Bad day, 2.1, 8.2, 0.4, 5.2. My upload speed seemed to be pretty decent. It was just my my download speed that seemed to suffer a little bit on certain days. So upload speed's not too bad. I have checked on the website on Vodafone, and Vodafone says that I've actually got a really, really good signal for in and outdoor from Vodafone. Now, I don't believe that's 100% true, because even on my mobile phone, I just get 2 bars. I just get 2 bar signal generally anywhere in the house. I'll just get 2 bar signal, which is obviously why I've opted to put the aerial outside just to see how we go. And I think it's doing pretty well. We'll do a live stream with it outside. I might try taking it upstairs and sticking out the upstairs window and see how that goes. And then we can do some testing today and some play testing, see how we do, if it actually improves. The only thing is it's going to be a bit chilly because obviously I've got to keep the window open to do it. But eventually I may opt in to get possibly get a specialist to come and fit the antenna onto a proper pole. And if we can reach the rooftop, then get them to stick it on the rooftop, because at the side of the house here, as there's no one on this side. This side, we live in what's called a semi-detached. So we're attached to houses this side, and then behind me this side, we're not attached to this house next door to us, and then they're attached to the other people on that side, not attached to us. You get the idea. So it's only so many houses in a row, and then obviously you're not attached to them. So there's an antenna on this wall here, right at the top, and it's not on the actual roof. It's just on the side wall here, and the previous tenants put another aerial up there. There is another aerial, so I might get them to take that aerial down and put this on that aerial pole, and then just face it over into that direction so that we can try and get the best signal and see what happens. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, if we can get a pretty decent signal from upstairs, that will persuade me even more to do it. But for now, we're just going to see how we go. Because like I said, even though Vodafone said that there's a 4G signal, or good 4G signal indoors and outdoors, I'm not getting a 4G signal, not getting a full bar 4G signal. Now, there are boosters out there you can do to boost the range of your mobile or of the Wi-Fi device. I don't know if that's going to help at all, because with them, they can sometimes harm more than they can help, the boosters. So I might not bother getting one of them unless I can get one that can just boost the signal of the antenna up there. We'll look into it a bit more, because I'm not 100% sure on that one. But for now, I think we're pretty decent, and we'll see how we go. I did go onto Cell Mapper as well and find out where the cell is, which the cell is over there, is in that direction, which is why I keep pointing over there. It's in that direction. So we'll see how we go and give it a bash. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Keep it nice, short and sweet, because this is HD and it takes a while to upload. But hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe if you're new. Tap that notification bell to be notified of all my videos, and truly can be one of our convicts, or a convict for ladies. And yeah, there we go. So there's the router, as you can see, still on 2 bar at the moment. We're still getting 2 bars of signal on there, which is good. But no longer having to stick it in a tree to get 2 bars. I can just leave it put and just move around that big boy and obviously get better signal. I might try taking it upstairs now before I start live streaming, feed it through this window, this side, go straight up, stick it on the window, see what happens. If it gets better, it gets better. If it doesn't, then I'll just bring it back down. Who cares? As long as we get a good upload speed, and like I've said on here, at the current moment, from the test I've just done, which I can't seem to do one-handed, apparently. I'm getting 14.9 down upload and 11.8 download. So we're getting pretty decent speeds. And then before that I was getting 9. So we had like a loss of what, 2 megabits? And 14 I was getting before as well. So it was lost. It was just a tiny loss because it was 14.9 the current test, and then the previous one was 14.3. So, you know, 0.6 loss, something like that. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Hopefully you enjoyed. See you soon for the live stream. Don't forget, 2:30 until 2:30 today. Bye for now.